Greetings, greetings. Oh, Lord. I need my shades. I need my shades. I need my shades. Close that door. Close the door. And cut that light on for me, please. I need some light back here. Maybe get my shades. I don't know. Greetings, y'all. Journaling with Kem Arts, your girl, Kem Arts. All right, we are getting ready. You know what? I did find some poetry work of mine, so we're going to be sharing a little bit more of my own poetry from way back when. And also, we're going to do sonnet. I did find the sonnet. We did haiku yesterday, and I couldn't remember. I told y'all I have to find my sonnets because we did sonnets when I was back in poetry class in '06, because I wanted to share a lot of the work that I had already written. So I went in and enrolled in a poetry class so I could share my work and get people's feedback on my work. I had already, I guess by then, built up enough courage to share, because for a while I didn't share my work. So that was like my first moment where I could get to share my poetry with other poetry writers. So I took a poetry class in the evening back in '06. So that was a great positive milestone with me. Then, we did sonnets and haikus, because when I was writing, I didn't have a certain type of write. So from 2000 to '06, I was just writing. I didn't have like haiku and sonnet. I didn't even get haiku and sonnet until I took the class. Now, we may have learned it back in school in English when we were studying Shakespeare and all that, but that ain't sticking. I'm like, that's tucked in back there somewhere. So with going to poetry class, I got a chance to really get to see, the output on my work, what people thought about it, get other ideas and stuff like that on how everybody else write. Well, I had already had my own style by then, of course, right? So that was a little bit different because I already had it. Let me turn this one down. I already had where is that at? I already had how I was writing and what I wanted to write, and the style I wanted to write. So really, I just perfected my own rhythm, my own vibration of writing. And, I like to refer to it as the master of sound, the master of rhythm, because your own signature going to be imprinted in anything that you write. Once you tune into your own sound, your own vibration, it's going to spill out through your writing. Oh, give me that. Hold on. This little boy over here. Sorry, y'all, my grandbaby's over here. So it's going to spill out. So we are going to read a few more of my own work, and we're also going to read how to do a sonnet, because I found the sonnets that I did back in 2006. I went into the bag because my daughter got all my notebooks, editing the compositions for me and typing them so I can publish them. So I'll have a couple of poetry books coming out, a couple of children books, a whole bunch of stuff. Okay, so this, I found them because I had printed them out, and this was actually going to be my book. And I've just found this. I was like, I thought I did printed this and got copies of it. Here it is right here. Okay, I even wrote my own biography right there in the front, which probably needs to be critiqued. I need to give her this actually, so she don't go through and double work herself. But I don't think none of this is lined up the way she's probably doing it. So I don't know how we're going to do this. But anyway, this is the couple of books here. The first couple of books. So let me go through and find a couple of little man. Oh my God. It's like, I don't know, it's like 100 and something poems in this book right here, I think. Quotes and poems and mixtures and stuff like that. I found one this morning I wanted to read. And now I can read these because these are already typed. When I was looking at the composition, I couldn't read none of that. You know, that's some scribble. Okay, that's scribble. Okay, this is one called Color that I wrote back when. All right, I wrote this back somewhere. What composition book this is? I think this was the first one. So this is probably, this one is from 2001 to 2004. So this was way before I even took the poetry. And I've been writing since around 8, and I started back writing in 2000. So almost 11 years, what was it? 10, 20, almost 21 years now. So yeah, it's time to publish now. That's enough marinating, okay? So this one's called Color. It's only skin deep, so why judge me by what you see? Do you know who I truly am? Is it worth your time to give a damn? To search and find out who I am or what I'm about? Look inside beneath this color skin. There you'll find beauty and grace within. For God made me, there was no mistake. For assurance and peace, I hope you find. To try and look past this color of mine. For inside, we're all the same, but to each life deals a different game. The false tales one choose to believe that no one this color will ever succeed. But that, my friend, is not true, because the color he gave me, he also gave you. And that one was called Color. Come, bring it here, bring it here, I'll open it. That ain't but one in there left. So that's called Color. That was that one. Oh, it's all gone. Throw that in trash. Y'all ate it. It's all gone. Okay. Now, okay, let's find another quick one. Put it in the paper one. Put it in the next one. Put it in the next one. Okay, let's find another one. This is one I wrote. This is one I wrote first love, because writing was my first love. It's my first love. I love writing. Being writing from so young of a child, I fell in love with writing. So I've been very intuitive from a very, very young age. This is First Love, and it's a little short one. I remember writing as a child. I remember how, what is that? Give it here. What is it? It's not, leave it, that's trash. Leave it. Leave it. It's trash. I don't know what that is, Casey. Bring it here. Bring it here. This is trash. Bring that here. Bring it here. Oh my God. Okay, I remember writing as a child. They left me with these grandbabies. Okay, I remember writing as a child. I remember how you'd make me smile. Holding hands felt so new. I couldn't imagine life without you. You brought me joy and eased my pain. Memories fading from time to time. But with you, I have the world to gain. So that was just a little old. See, I'm so much, and that's what I love about it, because even that's so basic, and so, it seems so basic to me because I've grown so much through writing that when I look back, I'm like, I get it, but I'm like, oh, I'm so much deeper now. So it has evolved, and I love it because I have measurement, I have growth, and I can clearly see the growth in what I wrote back then between 2001 and 2004 to 2020. I clearly can see the leaps I've taken with writing and the depth that the writing has transformed into, and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful journey. This one's called How Can You Say? How can you say I know when you've never gone through it? How can you say I understand when you've never listened at first? How can you say I care when you've never done anything to reflect it? How can you say I love you when all you know is hate? How can you say I would do anything when you've done nothing at all? So tell me now, what do you say? I'll tell you, say nothing, just do. So that was a one that, you know, people that say they love you, they love you, they love you, but then there's no action, they do nothing at all. It's kind of like in the tarot, you know, we read, they gaslight you, they do this little stuff, breadcrumb you along, but there's never really any depth to what that love is, or them expressing that love really at all, right? Um, this is one called I See. Kason, please, come on now. Be a big boy. Be a big boy for Granny. I see. This one's called I See. I see the sadness that you hold. I see the pain that you try to unfold. I see the love you can't seem to give. I see the life you refuse to live. I see I need you. I see you need me. Okay? That was called I See. So that was back then. Trying to find some that's kind of in the kind of a little bit long. I like this so much better. I can read this. And looking at those compositions, I don't know how I even got these typed, because I mean, and I tried to do some typos to like correct from these, but do my own editing. But it's, for me, I'm just a writer. I don't need to take the time to edit. You know, I tried to edit my own stuff. But it's just, this one's called Live Forever Poetry. So every once in a while I would write about poetry, because poetry is like one of my passions, one of my things I love to do, self-expression, right? And tune in to other people's events around their life, and then try to capture that and relay that story in such a profound, phenomenal way that it really touches anybody that really reads it. And I think that's what's brilliant about writers and lyricists, people that write songs, and people that, because that's all the poetry is a lyric. It's a song without music. Somebody can easily put music behind poetry and make it a hit. Okay, it's nothing to it. Okay, so Live Forever Poetry. This is what this one's called. Live Forever Poetry. What, boy? Why wish to express emotions with a pen and paper, with words that give only the simplest meaning, that tells of a life once lived on this earth? It is a legacy, a seed to inspire, one might say, to only blossom when time is complete. Then will it bring forth the life destined to be. So that's a little bitty one as well. Okay. I got quotes in here. I'm trying to get to that one that I saw earlier. I think I read this one before. Yeah, I did. I remember I read this one when I first started. This one's called No Love to Give. So, no love to give. What time I'm on? 12:05. No love to give. When a heart knows no love, it doesn't know how to grow. When a heart knows no love, in understanding it lacks to show. When a heart knows no love, it rejects the open hand. When a heart knows no love, it fails to understand. When what is left for it to give, how much longer must it live? When a heart knows no love, it never moves ahead. When a heart knows no love, it dies inside instead. When a heart knows no love, there's nothing it wishes to share. When a heart knows no love, life is lived on the edge of despair. When a heart knows no love, there's no you and there's no me. Mm-hmm. What, baby? What? What? Baby, I can't make no Pop-Tart pop up in here. I can't. It's empty. You keep giving me. You keep giving me an empty box. I can't make an empty box Pop-Tart in there. No, we don't want that. Granny's reading something. Thank you, little man. Okay. Let's see what else we have here on the poetry side of everything. I think I read the September one. Did I read the September 11th one? I think I did. I don't know. This one's somewhere. So get your brother some crackers. Get Kari some crackers over there, please. Kason. Pass Kari a cracker over there. Go ahead. This one's called Somewhere. What you mean you can't? No. Why not? Okay, you can't. Somewhere in the world right now. I wonder if wait a minute. Let me start that over. Somewhere is the name of it. Somewhere in the world right now, I wonder if someone feels the way that I do. Somewhere in the world this moment, I ponder if they're doing exactly what I do. Do they know of a love? Will they be sure to let it grow? Why would they have cried the very same night? Or did their love blossom and flourish so bright? Did someone in the world right now make a desperate wish on a star? If someone at this moment found out who they truly are, did they find what they're searching for? Would they have swim across the ocean shores? Somewhere they need not look no more. Hey, man. Oh, my God. Oh, I got the grandbabies, y'all. Gotta bear with me. Yeah, we got the grandbabies today. Now, what is this? Kason, what did you want to get out of here? Anthony, you're supposed to be helping me. Oh, this is yours. You want this? No. What's in there? Well, here. You want to put it on? No. I don't know what you want. What do you want, Kason? Okay. So now, So now, this is called, let's see. This one's called Stand. When courage fails and pride is hurt, hope seems far away and trials get harder by the day. The friends that walk out with nothing to say, love is cold and distant. The rain never eases up, nor has the sun risen today. Your heart overflows with pain. Life is no more the same. Joy has gone and found a new home. Night is near. The answer you seek, still very hard to hear. So remember, just stand when all is unclear. So that little inspirational type, there's another one in here. Where's my time at? 7:10. This one's called The Battle Within. This one's so nice because this talks about America. This talks about America at war. And like I said, I wrote this back between the year of 2001 and 2004. So I'll have to look through the original composition to really pinpoint the year. I just know that was the year. And this one's called The Battle Within, America at War. The battle is not in another's country. It's not overseas and across the shores so distant. The battle lies within the reach of our hands. It was our pride that we pledged our swords, while many lay hungry and helpless at the crossroads. Yet many lay dying and suffering in desert heat. So much homelessness in our land today. So many out of work with bills to pay. Sickness and diseases with no cure at hand. Yet we battle in a foreign land. Why battle in a distant, uncertain place? known of dangers and known of pain. The battle is here among our different race as we try to redeem another's fate. Yet we missed a valuable lesson. Don't steal, kill, or hate. Another's possession are his alone. Why destroy someone else's home? First fight the battle within ourselves. The racism, homeless, sickness, and hate. These are battles at home left not fought. The very battles left untaught. Before we travel to an unfamiliar place, remember the battles we've yet to face. So that's, you got milk dripping all on my hand, little boy. Little boy. Got milk hands now. So that was in America. That was one I wrote back when, The Battle Within, and it was for America at war. Let's see. Oh my God, Kari, what is you doing? You are like milking me down, baby. You are milking your granny down. I think I read that one. Oh, I love, this is one of my favorites of Time Will Pass You By. I think I read this one at first, but now I can really see it because it's printed. So I don't know if I did, but this is it. And this is like one of my favorite ones I wrote back when. And it's Time Will Pass You By, okay? And it talks about the aging process. It talks about how time gets away from us because we be so distracted and all that good stuff and things that we don't pay attention to. So it just shows how quickly time can pass you by. So this was like a moment of reflecting. I probably was reflecting about my children growing up, and back when, and how fast children grow when you have children. Like this little baby here was just a year old, was in my arms, and I'm like, God, he's walking. He's walking and getting into stuff and fussing at you and stuff. But that's time passing you by, right? If you're not paying attention to those subtle moments, if you're not stopping to smell the roses and really truly enjoy your life. So this one's called Time Will Pass You By. And then me being a nurse, I put a little bit of nursing in this one because of working in geriatrics for so long with the elderly and the seniors. They just came to mind when I was writing this poem here, this piece here. So time will pass you by. The flowers will still bloom in the spring. The lilies will still grow deep in the valley. Children will sing joyous songs of peace and harmony. If you're not watchful, time will pass you by. The ocean tides are blue and high. The sands wait for castles to be built by little hands nearby. Spring games are now in season with echoes of laughter for no reason. If you're not watchful, time will pass you by. The children have grown with kids of their own. With college in sight, they move on to their profession in life. We talk of peace, but it is no more. It has faded far beyond the distant shore. Just a word we utter with no meaning in mind. If you're not watchful, time will pass you by. The playground is full with noise and fun. Mothers and fathers watching close by. The smell of rain rushes through the air when thunder and lightning crosses the sky. If you're not watchful, time will pass you by. Our faces start to wrinkle more and more. The skin tears more easily than before. My balance is unsteady. I sway from side to side. My friends aren't around anymore to discuss the daily news. I see things that aren't there anymore. I hear less of life around me. Silence is there. Everything tastes sweet now, but I know this couldn't be. Maybe it's because my life is falling asleep inside of me. Careful, if you're not watching, time will pass you by. I truly love this one. This one just sums up, everything about our life in that journey, from being cheerful, happy coming into the world to looking at growth around us and looking at things transition around us and transformation around us into the frailty that we came in here with. We also leave with it, right? um so I love that one. That's a real good one. I love that one. I was in my zen, I think, back then. uh I was in a straight zen mode back then, baby. uh let's see if I got another one before we do this sonnet. Then we're gonna work on this sonnet, and y'all, next week y'all gonna have to write some sonnets to get some practice with some sonnets. After I, give y'all what the sonnet is, get you some practice writing some sonnets. It's just good. Shakespeare wrote a lot of sonnets, I believe, and Romeo and Juliet was part of a sonnet. So we remember Romeo and Juliet. It was part of a sonnet. I think I did that one. Oh yeah, please. Can you put it one in there and get them bags out of there, please? Just imagine. Okay. What if? I think I did this one. This one's for the wanderers. It's called What If. And we say what if. It's no if, it's when, right? Don't say what if, say when. But this one's called What If, okay? What if I could be? What if you made me? What if the eyes can see? What if I was free? What if love cost nothing? What if the world was bright? What if everything was right? What if I knew you? What if you didn't know me? What if the world ended tonight? So that's the what if, right? That is the what if. Oh, it was one more, and I can't seem to get it. Little man is on my lap. I can't get my hands to work right over him because I don't want to drop him and have him fall off. Thank you, Pumpkin. As you see, you got me up in here babysitting your chaps, your crumb snatchers up in here. I did, didn't I? I ain't complaining. Look at him, boy. You gonna fall off leaning down there looking. Yeah, you gonna fall off down there looking. Let me see if I can find. Oh, thank you. You so nice. You so nice. Okay. You feel like you're sliding over my hand. Oh my gosh, this is a big book. Bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to find another good one. I'm not going to read everything. Here's one called Between Seasons. This is called Between Seasons. So, I wonder if, can you get him? I wonder if people ever notice when seasons change. Do they notice the leaves when they fall, or the colors change at all? Or as the colors change at all? Like the Bradford pear tree, can they see the leaves turn reddish orange when driving down the road? Do they see spring when it arrives or when it goes? Do they see the flowers blossom all the while? Can they smell the lavenders and lilies underneath their nose? How many people driving notice? How many people drive noticing the things I do How many ever wonder or have a clue when we're between seasons too? So that was about noticing the seasons change and noticing the season change inside of you as well, because we have those same seasons that we see out there. We have those seasons inside of us too. And if you're not paying attention to those seasons out there, you will miss the season inside of here. So that was what that one was kind of, pretty much about. Okay. I don't know if this is the one. Maybe this is. It was one that was one of my open mic ones I'm trying to find, but I don't see it. What is this? These are corrected. What is this? Okay, this is a repeat. Oh, these are extras. Okay, so let's do the sonnets now. The sonnets, it was one in here that I didn't see that I wanted to read. Let me see if it's in here. Oh, it's not in this one. That's what it is. Okay, it's not in this one. That's why. Okay, so here's book one right here that I printed out before. It could be easier to read.
Oh, nice.
And the titles are up there. Here. Close it into that. And the titles are up in that too. Because I had started to print those first two books, but you need to line them up. But that'll help you kind of figure out what they're saying. What is you doing? Okay, so now for sonnets here, the sonnets are, I have a couple of sonnets that I found from 2006. This is one I wrote in class right here. And I think this here is, I had a picture by June Marie. And it was a picture I bought my mom. It was a lady and a husband hugging. The man was behind the woman, behind her, embracing her. And it was a picture. It was a painting by June Marie. So if we Google June Marie, let me see if it'll even come up, because it was one of those African art. It was one of those African arts pictures, and I love that picture, June Marie. I don't even know what happened. Where'd she go? Oh, that was. Oh, I was about to say. So June Marie is an artist, and hey, get from by that table, little boy. This is the picture right here that I wrote to, right here. Let me see if I can get it. This is the picture right here I wrote to. I don't know if y'all can see it, but I wrote a poem to this picture right here. Oh God, look at the light. There it is. There it is right there. So if y'all can see, that's that's a picture of June Marie. So I had wrote a poem back in '06 to that picture, and like I say, I find whatever that comes up to mind that I feel inspired to write, that's my practice. That's how I got my practice in. So it didn't even matter if it was Bassett. If it was Bassett, I'ma write to it to see what can come up, what idea, what thoughts, what feelings, what emotions, or anything that come up, right? And so that's what I did to that picture. So it's called Embraces, and it was written to that picture by June Marie. Behind her, his arms twined with hers, their hands locked, his breath on her neck. Chills ran down her spine. Dare not laugh now, though that's a tender spot. The moment's serious, her head tilted a bit left, his mouth graced her neck. Will our lips touch tonight? Will the stars remain suspended in air? I hope, but for now, just let us embrace being one. And that was to that picture that I wrote that. And also, I'm trying to figure out what this assignment was, because this assignment here, this is weird because I don't even remember what this assignment was, but it's called Devil's Betrayal. And it had biblical sense to it, but it was around poetry. And I can't remember what the lesson was that we even wrote this to back in, ow, boy! Get your child, he bit me. Get this baby, this boy. Get on down here. Get your little butt. This boy bit me on live. Come get your child, girl. This boy, how you gonna bite your granny on live? He done bit me. Kiana, he done bit me. So this is one called Devil's Betrayal. And I'm going to read it because I don't even know what this lesson was that we did. But I'm just going to read it because it's biblical and it talks about the serpent. So it says, while in the store browsing, I noticed a girl taking some chocolate donuts. Knowing her mother taught her well, beloved, don't ever take things that don't belong to you, things you have no money to buy. The devil whispered in her ear when her mom wasn't around, surely you can make up your own mind. Go ahead, take it. You shall have whatever you want here. It says, and the serpent said to the woman, ye shall not surely die, for God doeth know that in the days ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. The devil proceeded to lead the girl through the aisles, peeping around with wondering eyes. Surely no one is watching you. Go ahead, take it. It's yours if you really want it. It's small. They won't miss it. Hurry up, open it. It tastes good. The girl's mouth began to salivate. It was her favorite donut ever. And the serpent said to the woman, ye shall not surely die. For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. After ripping the chocolate donuts open and taking a huge bite, frozen in her steps by its delicious yumminess to her tummy, she forgot where she was, perplexed, I guess, in a daze, licking her fudge lips. Before she came to, the store manager and a police officer was walking towards her. I didn't do it, she said. He told me it was okay. Surely I can have whatever I want here, right? Sorry, little one, that's not true. We're taking you to jail. And the serpent said to the woman, ye shall not surely die. For God doth know that in the day ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. I I don't even know what that class assignment was, but that was it. Okay, that was in 2006. That was when I was in poetry class. I can't even begin to know what that assignment was, unless this is it right here, writing between the lines. Oh, that's what that was. Writing between the lines. That was writing between the lines. That was an assignment of writing between the lines. Choose a poem of between 10 and 20 lines. Type out this, okay, then between the lines, fill in a new line based on or suggested by the original line. So that was yeah, because there's the date up there, 21st and the 17th. Okay, that's what that was, because I was like, what did I write? And what was this? Because this was writing between the lines. So that was that assignment. That's a good assignment to learn too, because it makes you kind of like, okay, if you just take one phrase, and I took it out of the Bible, biblical sense, right? I don't know if the teacher gave us that or we thought of it, because I can't remember from '06 back then. But anyway, you take some type of phrase, you write a poem, there's the phrase, you write another poem, there's the phrase, and as you see, the phrase is 3 times. It's right here, it's right here, and it's right here. So you write one to each one, summing up that that phrase or that whatever that is. So that was writing between the lines. Okay, that makes more sense now, because I was like, y'all, I don't know what that assignment was. But here's the sonnets from '06. These are my sonnets. Now let me go back to let me go back to the live, y'all, because I had to get off to look up the June Marie picture, and let's do the sonnet. Let's do the sonnet here. Okay. Let's do the sonnets. I want to cut that down because I don't want that echoing in me. Now, the sonnets are, if y'all know the sonnets have a certain rhythm. You can Google it. Shakespeare, like I said, wrote part of Romeo and Juliet in a sonnet. And I'll put this up for next weekend if y'all want to practice sonnets again, just so you can have something for sonnets, you know, to kind of feel like what it's like to write a sonnet. And your sonnets are a poem of 14 lines using any of the number of formal rhythm schemes in English, typically having 10 syllables per line. Okay? It's 14 lines. There's 3 types of sonnets, okay? Names I can't even pronounce. And the A rhythm, with every A, there's a B, right? That's how it's written. If you got A, there's a B. There's an A, there's a B. There's a C, there's a D, there's a C, there's a D. There's a EF, EF, and then there's what you call the ending is GG, right? And the GG is typically called the couplet. So you'll have an A, B, C, D, C, D, E, F, G, G, the couplet. And it kind of rhymes with, the couplet is the 4th and final part of the sonnet, 2 lines long, and is called the couplet. The couplet is rhymed CC. And it means the last 2 lines basically rhyme with each other. The other ones don't have to rhyme. But when you come to the couplet, the last 2, they have to rhyme with each other. That's why it's called, I guess, GG, and it's the couplet. Because everything else is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, the couplet, right? So, you know, that's the one. And then Shakespeare wrote one, of course, a strict rhythm scheme he wrote, you know, with some of his poetry. It was a few people that wrote it's a 4-line stanza, 16 lines broken up in a 4-line stanza. Okay. It is a 14 line poem with a fixed rhythm scheme. Okay. I'm just reading that before I read it so I don't have to go back and explain it to y'all. Okay. That's it. Now let me go back to my live and let's read my sonnet. Because I got a few of them here. Okay. Now, back from '06 again, this sonnet, I just called it a sonnet. This one wasn't named. So this will give you some type of idea of how a sonnet is written. So that's a good practice along with the write between the lines assignment. That's a good thing to practice writing because it really opens up that mind and gets you to kind of thinking different, instead of staying roses are red, violets are blue, I love you, how about you? No, we ain't doing that. That's nursery rhyme, right? So sonnets, this sonnet is if I can be me, then me I can be. Turn the tables, turn the tables back. Now stop right there. If she don't like it, then why not she see? People only do what you let them, dear. Stand tall, stand proud. I know you can survive. If I am to be great, I have no clue. When I thought I lost my way, I arrived. Sometimes I wish I was up near the blue. Each day I see the world in a new light. Time flies when fun is no more tears but joy. Cold and lonely without a path so bright. Seems like I am here just playing with toys. Life is to start, life is too short to just not be myself. Sorry, I am not that book on the shelf. So the last two was the couplet because you can see myself rhyming with shelf. Life is too short to just not be myself. Sorry, I'm not that book on the shelf. So that's the couplet of the A B A B C D C D E F E F G G. That's a sonnet. Okay. Here's another sonnet from '06. Thankfully, this is typed because I can read it because this one I was like struggling with that one for a minute. This one's called Brighter Days Ahead. Another sonnet. Brighter Days Ahead is the title back in '06, right? It says, if I can be more. Oh, that was it. Oh, I didn't know I typed it. Oh, that was it. So I don't have to read it again. That was definitely it. I did name it. Oh, I didn't name it on here. So that was called Brighter Days Ahead is what that was called. And that was a sonnet I wrote back. And then these are my other classmates' sonnets that we wrote. So this is everybody's basically their poem and sonnet or whatever they chose to write. I think this was our graduation type thing that we all had to take part in when we were getting ready to get out of our poetry class. And this is everybody's work. This is everybody in the class work that's stapled here. So that's y'all sonnet. So if y'all want to practice those sonnets, y'all are welcome to practice those sonnets. If you want to practice those haikus, see yesterday's highlight and journaling with Kem for haikus. If you remember, haikus was the 5-7-5 lines, and then this one is the 14, right? The A B C D E F G G. The couplet, the last two rhyme. So, and it's a good practice. And then writing between the lines. And writing between the lines, I will read y'all that because ain't no way I'm gonna be able to get that on there. Writing between the lines, I'll read the instructions right quick. Choose a poem of between 10 and 20 lines. Not a favorite poem, but an obscured poem by a favorite poet. I suppose this could work for an older poem, but contemporary work is to be preferred. The tone is more suitable. Ashbery works well, or one of Lowell's unrhymed sonnets. Something a little abstract, okay? Bishop, for instance, resist this kind of tempering. The path can be overpowering, but Robert Hass, perhaps, or Louise Gluck, Gluck, type out the poem, triple space, then between the lines, fill in a new line based on or suggested by the original line. Don't be dogged. Use the original. Don't merely be used by it. Next, eliminate the original poem. A word processor makes this a snap. Close up your own poem. Close up your own poem and tinker with it to make it cohere. Consider it. Consider the first part of a longer poem and label it so. Then write a companion section, part 2, and entirely your own that extends the first part by continuing or departing from or in some other way, varying the themes and images of the first. So you have a beginning and a middle and an end with between the lines. So that's the way you write this whole poem, and then you split it with that between the lines, and that was the example that I gave y'all, that with that biblical one. Okay, so that's an assignment, writing between the lines. So if y'all want to practice that, that was the instructions on how to do it. Or like everything's on Google. Everything's on Google. You can definitely Google it. Okay, so that's it for today. For this week's haikus yesterday on Saturday, sonnets, and writing between the lines today. Okay, with a little bit of my own poetry included. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all stay tuned for Saturdays and Sundays, journaling with Kim, interacting with me. If you want to share your work, you're welcome to email it. I can read it over the live if you don't want to read it, because I don't know how to read it with this down here because it kind of goes away real fast. Well, unless I use this iPad, then I can read it. So if y'all want to cut it below and paste it below in the comment, y'all can put your little copyright by it and go from there. It's up to you if you want to share it or not. Okay, but that's poetry and that's journaling. So hopefully y'all are right to heal. That's what this is all about, getting you to write to heal, getting you to get in tune with your spiritual self, your higher self, right? Your divine self, and healing whatever needs to be healing, expressing whatever needs to be expressed, and getting to that root, okay, of who you are, getting to that core of who you are, because you know what? You got a right to heal. You got a right to heal. That's why it's called right to heal, because it's healing work. It's therapy, right? Not substituting for a shrink or a psychiatrist. If you're madly depressed or something like that, by all means, go see them. Go see the ones that can help you, baby. This is just a release of, people being, and even people that probably do see a psychiatrist, they probably tell them to write something. I don't know. They probably do. But even if you do see one, how about you write something out and you go give it to them and let them help you with it, help you sort and sift through it. Because if you're not saying what you need to be saying inside that session, then write it down and then take it to the session and say, here, I need help with this. And let them guide you through what is on that paper so you can get to the root and heal yourself, right? Heal thyself. Heal thyself, okay? So this is about writing. This is about self-expression. This is not about holding back. This is about your freedom and your freedom of speech. This is about your freedom and right to heal, your birthright to heal, your birthright to be balanced, your birthright to be your birthright to be stable. Did you leave that? What time you come back? Okay, all right. So this is about you having that birthright to heal, and it's something serious. It's to be taken, and you don't have to share your work, so there's no pressure here. Those are just old basic poems when I just started back writing, and during my spiritual journey I have involved so deeply that that seems like kindergarten to me. You know, the things that I read, it feels like kindergarten to me, because I can see so much. For myself, know how far I've come. And unless you've always followed my work or followed anything that I've written, then most people be like, oh Lord, that was basic. And it kind of still makes sense. Some of it still is prevalent today, makes sense today, but it's like, oh, it was kindergarten. It was kindergarten back then. So that's okay, because you got to start somewhere. And as long as you can see your growth and your evolution through whatever you're writing or whatever you're trying to get to, that's all that matters. Nobody else even matters. That's about your journey. That's about you expressing yourself when maybe you were censored, or maybe didn't feel, or you were shy or ashamed to express how you feel. So this is to get you to express how you feel, so you can get that environment that you're living in a more suitable and stable environment within yourself. And that's why this is Right to Heal, and that's why this is Journaling with Kem Arts, because it's giving you that opportunity to write. It's letting you know this is a time, write, because the power of writing is so healing. It's therapy. It's emotional therapy. It's learning therapy, because you kind of you learn where you are. You learn what's most on your subconscious mind. You learn what you're thinking about. You're reflecting on memories, recalling relationships, or whatever the case you may be, whatever emotions you were feeling back then when you wrote. Where was that place you were at when you wrote that poem? Okay, like my stuff is dated, so I pretty much know the place I was at in those poems because of the dates. If I hadn't wrote the dates, I probably could guess, because I could read the poem and kind of guess where I was at. But the date kind of helps really close in. Were you down for that period? Did you feel bad? Did you feel saddened? Did you lose a loved one? And it kind of puts you in like, yeah, I did. I lost my father back in some of those poems, because some of those poems were dedicated to my father. So I know I lost my father, right? He transitioned. He's not even here in the physical realm no more. So it's just things but it was a way to express and to release that pain, of losing a loved one, transitioning and all that, because we keep too much stuff in, and that creates that hostile environment inside of us, because we're keeping so much closed in. We're not letting these emotions out, and that's one of our major problems in the world today, because we feel we're going to get criticized, we feel we're going to get rejected, we feel we're going to get outcasted. Hell, you getting that even with you fitting in. You're getting the same damn outcome. So why not free yourself and lighten that dang on load, right? Why not just let your emotions express yourself however you need to express yourself? I've got, like I read my one, Skin Deep, and that was one about police brutality. I read it yesterday, and it was long, and it was talking about the police brutality and the racial profiling on black people and killing black people, when they don't have nothing in their hand, just out of fear, right? Just because it's preconceived fear of our skin, right? So that major one was called Skin Deep, and it was skin deep too. It like went in. I need to go through and critique that one a little bit too. A little bit. I think I wrote that one back in 2016, and it's very real. Like, it's real. It's some real stuff in that. That's one of my deaf poetry type. I call them my deaf poems. DEF, the deaf poetry, the open mic spoken word poetry. That was one of them poems, because I write those too every once in a while. I'll express some type of sentiment or something I see on the news that is unfair or that is unjust, and I'll write about it. Okay, just like the America one that I just read. You know, the America at war, the battle within. We're over in other people's country, but look at ours. Look at ours. Look at our chickens coming home to roost. You know, so we're everywhere else trying to fix everybody else's, but look at ours. We have to deal with the battle here first before we can be of a help to somebody else, right? But that's neither here nor there. But that was like the eye opener. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? We're everywhere else, but there's no resolution or solution to our problems. Healthcare is shitty. Homelessness is rampant. Veterans ain't getting taken care of. They're out on the street. Homeless people on the street. You know, there's so many things we can fix in America, in North America, that's not getting fixed. But we're sending our troops and everybody else over to other countries and foreign land and trying to tell them how to run theirs. Okay? Because they got maybe messed up leaders. Well, our leaders ain't that damn, they ain't no saints. Okay? So they ain't no saints either. And we all know that they ain't no saints on either party side, Republican or Democratic. We already know that. Okay? So it's about us dealing with our own chickens, roosters, right? Whatever we got hiding, whatever we not dealing with. Healthcare system, like I said, seniors, you know, Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, disability, whatever the case may be that we need to fix. These laws, we need to fix these laws. What is it? Well, we need to fix them. We know what they are because they're showing us on the news what they are. Nobody's blind to what they are. We might be turning like we don't see it, but nobody's actually blind to it. Okay, too many people watch TV. I don't even watch. This first time this thing been on in probably all week, and it's on cartoons. I'm about to cut it off because it's getting on this ear nerve over here because I'm tired of hearing it, you know, and I don't like to be, I don't want the programming. So I watch very little TV, okay? So, but anyway, hope y'all enjoyed today's Journey with Kem. Next weekend, we'll be back Saturday at 11 Central Standard Time. That's Dallas time. And on Sunday, 12 noon Central Standard Time, Dallas time. I'm just saying Dallas because that's a general point to everybody knows Central Standard Time. So, so see y'all then. Keep writing. Write to heal, because it's thy right to heal thyself. You know what your girls say? Peace, love, and harmony. Because if you got peace, love, and harmony in here, you gonna have peace, love, and harmony out there. So peace, love, and harmony to y'all all. Thanks for watching Kem. I'm gonna let y'all see. I'm gonna save this highlight for y'all, and the original video will drop here shortly, probably tonight, because it'd be a hot minute. Okay, I'm just warning you because it take forever doing it on this phone. So thank y'all for watching. Peace and blessings.